Going Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Well, baby, little heavyweight news. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I ain't really go through too much boxing news so far, but a little bit. And the funny thing you keep hearing about your boy Deontay Wilder, former WBC heavyweight champ, the man in my opinion, right? Deontay Wilder has been dropped the last couple of days. A lot of articles. He's been dropped in sparring by somebody, and Harold Scornia has had him down long. And the video is not. You can't find the video, stuff like that. But he's that golden boy at the time, so I don't know. Um, all of these things are there for distraction, right? Because when you're talking to Deontay Wilder fans, they're not really radical fans, right? I don't really know. People that like Deontay Wilder knows of his deficiencies. You know, it ain't well, Deontay Wilder. I've done a video about shoot if he wasn't stopped or in training or hurt or knocked down in training or sparring, then I would be surprised. Because he throwing them wild right hands. Somebody with knowledge would duck under one of them and come up with a left hook and clips Wilder. I would be absolutely surprised if that hasn't happened many a times. And I'm pretty sure most knowledgeable people of boxing would think that anyway. But fans of Deontay Wilder are not really fanatic to the point where we think he's never been dropped or never been hurt. We've seen him hurt in fights. Shoot, Eric Molina had him hurt for a second. Luis Ortiz, we know he had him real hurt for a second, right? That's not what it is. But being hurt, being knocked down in sparring, all of that wonderful thing still doesn't stop that man from letting his hands go. Because normally you get a little bit timid, wouldn't you? But 41 people got knocked out in a row. That's awesome, regardless of how you, whatever. So the more he got knocked down, bring it on. That doesn't bother. That's not what irks Deontay Wilder fans. But I will address this. There ain't nobody from the main guys, the top 5 or 6 that we haven't seen hurt. Let's start with Tyson Fury. He's been dropped by everybody. Cruiserweight. Cunningham dropped him. Somebody else dropped him. I forget who it was. He's been dropped all the time. So we know we've been talking about. Dylan White just said he dropped him several times, had him crying in training. So he's been dropped several times. He's bigger than everybody. So there you have that. He's 50 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder. Dropped all the time. If you were saying whose chin is the weakest between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's, who you gonna go with? Who's the other bad dude in the heavyweight division? Anthony Joshua? Shoot. Anthony Joshua's the Amir Khan of the heavyweight division. Everybody know he's chinny. He's been hurt. I mean, it's just everybody in training. Dubois, what's the other dude named Chamberlain, David Price, just everybody. In fights with Ruiz, he was hurt against Povetkin, he was hurt against Dillian White. I mean, hey, Anthony Joshua was hurt all the time. But he's still a champion, ain't he? Man, hurt all the time. Chin issues. Just like Vladimir Klitschko, but he gonna learn what to do when you have chin issues. Hurt all the time. Who isn't Dillian White a major player? Hurt against Chisora. Hurt against somebody else who I'm forgetting. Yeah, hurt against Joseph Parker, right? And somebody else probably in both Chisora fights. He's always hurt and then knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Which whatever though. But he's hurt too. Anybody else? Luis Ortiz ain't been hurt except for with Deontay Wilder, but twice knocked out. That's the other. Them the top 4. Joseph Parker got a good chin, but was the first one. Make sure. I don't really like to say that about Joseph Parker. I'm gonna be honest because once you got concussed from Dillian White with a headbutt, then he got dropped with a left hook from Dillian White in that fight. But I don't know if that would have really happened if he wasn't concussed from that headbutt. But technically he was hurt by Dillian White and knocked down. Ain't nobody else hurt him though, right? So he's got a chin. So I mean, any other major players that we're forgetting? All of them. That's all of them been hurt and knocked down. If you want to add Povetkin, he been hurt by David Price the last fight. Michael Hunter had him hurt, and we know Povetkin got a pretty good chin. Am I missing anybody? I don't want to go to the echelon under that because then it's just we going too far. So everybody's been hurt. Deontay Wilder, the reason why this is coming out with all of these things, that how many times he's been hurt and sparring and all that, what this is, yes, it's a distraction, but it's basically trying to insinuate that, well, Tyson Fury didn't need his loaded gloves. He didn't need to put his fist at the bottom of his glove. He didn't need to cheat against Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder has chin issues. That's what the insinuation is here. Bottom line. But the difference between Deontay Wilder fans and a lot of other fans, Anthony Joshua fans, Canelo fans, Pacquiao fans, is we're not radical with it. We just call out what things are going wrong, right? We'll be the first one to tell you Deontay Wilder's deficiencies. We don't follow him till the wheels fall off. The reason why we follow him is because the man does the right damn thing. There's a big difference. We don't have no issues with him not fighting somebody, not wanting to fight somebody, or things like that, right? And him just being exalted as better than people that he's not, that he's afraid to fight. All those things don't happen, but don't apply to this guy. There's a difference there, whether you believe it or not. Now, when somebody comes in and on him and goes and go off on Deontay Wilder and just being totally radical or racist or whatever it is against him, then yeah, we got his back. Because that's what a heavyweight champion is supposed to be like that. So yeah, he's been knocked down and sparring several times, and that's all good. Don't matter if it's happening right now. But I hope he ain't fighting because he got a dent in his head. I hope he ain't fighting right now. I hope he's figuring out his lawsuit. Let's see what happens going forward. We don't care how many times it's knocked out. So bring the articles on as many as you want because we don't care. We've seen them in fights knock out 41 in a row and let them damn hands go. That's good enough for us. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.